Hey, good morning everyone and welcome to ShortSalePowerHour.com. I'm joined today by a friend of ours, Bryan Choate. Thanks so much for joining us, man. And Kevin Kaufman's behind the camera today. We're Group 4610, Arizona's premier short sale team. You're watching ShortSalePowerHour.com. I feel like a guest on this show.
What day is it today?
Today, Kevin, is Freaky Friday.
It's Freaky Friday.
I'm going to stick with that name because that's the name that you stuck them, you know.
It's just like that kids movie, Freaky Friday.
Yeah, I think that was like the last time I was on the show. I feel like I haven't been on the show.
It's been a while, buddy. It's been a while.
All right, well, thanks for having me back, Kevin. Appreciate it. So, hey, guys, last Friday we named our episode Freaky Friday with the intention of saying that there's things out there that are scary in the short sale business that we need to make aware of. And I think that Bryan's got a message today that he wants to deliver. And I'll let him give you a 20, 30-second bio on himself and what he does in the real estate industry. And then I'm going to let him go, man, because this guy has a message to deliver. And so I'm just going to be the guest today. So, Bryan, go ahead and introduce yourself and share with the folks what you want to talk about today.
Yeah, again, I'm Bryan Choate. I've been a real estate broker in Arizona for 16 years. I own a property management company. I also do residential real estate sales. A lot of my business right now is short sales. And
tell the folks what the name of your brokerage is.
EXP Realty.
Okay.
And
cool.
Great American Property Management is
cool.
my property management company.
Cool.
So the reason I really passionate about something, and again, I've been a broker for a long time, and the message that I want to send today, again, it has a lot to do with what you guys talk about, mindset, and it's as the real estate community, it's time for us to stand up and take on these short sales, do the negotiation. If we don't want to do the negotiation, we need to find a real estate agent or team that does it, not refer it to a law firm. Law firms are for giving advice, representing people in court. They are not for negotiating short sales. That's our job.
So, we don't have to throw anybody under the bus here, but I think it's important that you share with our viewers the experience you've had with a particular law firm.
Yeah.
Again, not because we're sitting here bashing on people in law firms today, but from a sense of it's important people know you didn't just send 1 or 2 deals over to some law firm and see if they get the deal done. Do you mind sharing a little bit of why you're kind of fired up, if I can say that?
Yeah, well, I, like a lot of my fellow colleagues, got caught in the shift. I've come from the days of or the world of 2005 when real estate was completely different than it was today, and I really take my hat off to you guys too, because you guys got in there, you embraced short sales and took them on. I remember turning away short sales because I didn't know about them. I was afraid of them, and there was a lot of fear regarding short sales. And so when I finally kind of tipped my toe in the water of short sales, I said, you know what, I don't want to do this negotiation. I don't know how to do it. And all these law firms out there started popping up. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm going to refer to an attorney. I'm covered. I'm protected. All this other stuff. And over a course of time, this one particular law firm, I won't name names, but I had about 40 deals that I had with them, and the closing percentage was about 25%. So 10 out of 40 deals, which is just awful.
Wow.
And it finally got to the point to where I changed my mindset, and I said, you know what, my clients deserve better than this, and they deserve better from me, and I'm going to step up, and I'm going to go into my real estate. I'm going to go back into my real estate community and find the people that are doing this at a high level. The Kevin, the Freds, the Brian Gubernicks, the Donna Candiotis, those people that are doing short sales at a high level, and they're doing more like a 90% closing rate. I'm 20% is failing. It's unacceptable.
So I think let's share a little story. You had a transaction, and I think maybe what kind of turned you around on this whole situation was you had a transaction with one of your best friends. You mind if we talk about that?
No, absolutely.
So you had a transaction with one of your best friends, and the way I understand it is this particular attorney group had done some work with Wells Fargo and basically came back to you and your client, your best friend, and said, there's nothing else we can do.
Yeah, the law firm, they had gotten their $1,000 retainer from my client and up front, and they finally went to my client. It was over Easter weekend this last April. And they basically said, you know what, we've done everything that we can. It's due to foreclose after the Easter weekend. I don't know anything we can. My client came to me and said, I guess we're just going to have to let it foreclose. and it was unacceptable to me. I said, we've worked too hard. This was a short sale that had gone on for over a year, and I was not willing to give up. I wasn't willing to let my client give up, and I went back to the real estate community. I reached out to one of my colleagues who was nice enough to give me the name of a top executive that I could escalate to at Wells Fargo, and I called the law firm. I gave the name and number to the law firm, said, call this person. They pushed back the foreclosure 30 days. We got it done because of that relationship. It wasn't because of the attorney, it was because I went back to the real estate community.
Absolutely. So, I mean, for agents out there, what is the, dude, I just heard you say I wasn't willing to give up. Can you put into terms that mindset, like what that is? And I mean,
you know, when I sit across from a client and I tell them I'm not going to let their house go to foreclosure, that means something. And I'm not going to accept failure and foreclosure as an option for my clients anymore. If I don't feel that I can keep the house from going to foreclosure between my contacts and my relationships, then I'm not going to take the listing. I'm going to refer it, and to other teams that I feel can get the deal done. And I know there's a lot of agents out there, they don't know who to turn to. There's title companies that are promoting these attorneys, these law firms, who ultimately are using, a lot of fear and scare tactics to scare us into using their negotiation. But let me give you an example. So if I'm a law firm and I'm a person negotiating a short sale, and all of a sudden I'm talking to Wells Fargo about a BPO, how am I intelligently going to talk to that negotiator about comps, what the current market is?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I'm maybe a licensed person, probably not a licensed real estate agent.
Probably not an actual attorney, probably a paralegal that worked for that attorney firm.
Exactly.
Just being honest, guys, let's say what's real. Those attorneys don't get on the phone and call people.
Yeah, the attorney that I was using, they would always call me for comps and say, I'm trying to negotiate this, the BPO came in too high, we're trying to do this, and they would call me. And that should have slapped me in the head to begin with. And so realtors need to negotiate short sales, period.
Thank you. That's it right there. Realtors need to negotiate. And you know what? I know we've got some viewers out there, some of you that work for attorney companies, and you may not like today's episode, but I've shared my opinion before. I'll share it with you in person if I see you and meet you, and I have met you and I've been throughout the country. I don't think attorneys should be negotiating short sales. I've yet to meet an attorney company that is successfully closing 80+% of their short sales and can show me that they've closed at least 50 short sales. And if that's you out there, then we want to know who you are, and we'd like to see your statistics. So feel free to post a comment below here. We're not out there trying to tell everybody to run away from attorneys because we just don't like them. We literally have been in the field. We taught a class that you were attended here in Phoenix last month, and 130 people were in that room. And I asked the people in the room, I said, how many of you have ever referred a deal to a third-party company that you were happy with? And I think we got three hands. And one of them said, well, I was happy until blah, blah, blah. One of them said they've closed one deal for me, and I think the other one
was Brian Gubernick.
The other one was Brian Gubernick. It was not really a third-party company. He's a real estate agent that has a third-party company. And it proves my point. I've yet to find an agent that tells me, yes, I've closed 5 or 10 plus deals with a third-party attorney company. So you know what? We're just going to tell it like it is. If you want to share other statistics and inform us, and we'll put a different message out there, if you can prove it to us, we'll do it. But for right now, I'm going to boldly declare to people, stay away from attorneys.
Yeah, actually, I'm
just stay. Kevin,
I'm getting excited, guys. Back there. We've got less than 6 minutes to go on our YouTube limit, and I'm going to probably take up 5.5 of it.
Wow.
You guys, what the real point here of what Brian's saying and what Fred's saying is, forget about the fact that they're attorneys. I think Brian's biggest problem with attorneys is the fact that a lot of the fear-based tactics that are used to get your business.
Yeah.
A lot of the attorney firms that say, we'll consult with your client, but then they're also doing negotiating themselves. And so what starts as a consultation turns into now they're negotiating. And here's the deal, guys. As empowered agents, you have the right and the empowerment to take control of the transaction. There's not an attorney, there's not any other person on the face of the earth that has your client's best interest in the way that you do. You have got to take control of the transaction. And if you don't want to do short sales and you don't want to get your hands messy, I respect that. Refer them out. Okay? But don't refer them out to an agent who has a proven track record. Do not just go hand them to whether it's an attorney firm or just a
third-party negotiation company,
national third-party company who says they can do blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. Refer it out if you still want to make money. Or get your hands dirty, be empowered, and go fight for your client like only you can, because at the end of the day, no one fights for your clients the way you do. And if you're not fighting for your client, don't take the freaking listing, ever. Do not take the listing unless you're willing to be the guy that goes, no, it's not over. I'm not done yet. We're going to call the CEO. We're going to call the CEO's mom. Whatever it takes, you've got to be that guy or that person or that woman who says, no, I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm going to get this done. We know agents out there. We know Donna. We know Brian. We know tons of other agents around the country that do that. They go, hey, no way, I've got this, and I'm not taking no for an answer. And you've got to be willing to do that. And if you're not, refer the business out. And I think that's the moral.
And the last piece I'll say is I think you shared it in your story at the beginning of the episode talking about, hey, I didn't really want to do him in the beginning, and then I wasn't sure that I was the right fit for him because I was hearing all these. You know what? There's lots of fear-based conversation out there, guys, but what I've come to learn and understand, and you're a guy sitting here today telling us this, is that there's nobody better than the agent. Even if you're afraid of it, it's okay. Jump in and take it on. But don't take it on from a place of you're going to know all the answers. Take it on because your client matters to you, and you're going to be willing to do more than anybody else you're going to find out there in the industry to take care of your client. Now, if you don't have that mindset in the beginning, then you probably shouldn't be in real estate because you're not really representing your clients from a fiduciary place.
Yeah.
But if you do have that mindset, even if you are a little afraid, I'm going to tell you, go find an agent to work with and do the short sale with them because you're going to find that you're going to have the best results.
Well, and if you need some training on that, you guys, number one, you can come see us live. We'll be in Maryland on October 12th in the Baltimore area, and then on October 14th we're going to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So come check us out live. You can check out the events page, the tab up there at the top of the website. Also, if you're not in those areas, you guys check out shortsalecrush.com. Shortsalecrush.com, and you can get over. It's like 12 hours of me and Fred, literally everything we know about short sales, just throwing up from the mouth for 12 straight hours, broken down into little modules.
Wow.
We'll teach you how to do short sales.
I got in trouble for saying pee behind a tree as a mindset episode a couple weeks ago.
But you just
you're
said
throwing up from the mouth.
You just said it again though.
Well, but I'm talking about the past. This isn't a current issue.
I'm telling.
Brian's been quiet for like 5 minutes since you came in the episode.
I said I was thinking of, and by all means, if you're looking for a property management in the Phoenix area, Brian, how can they get in touch with you guys?
You can go to greatapm.com, or you can give me a call at 480-313-2729, or I'm sure we'll have my information in the comments there.
We'll put it down below for you. So, guys, Brian's awesome. I can tell you, I personally use him for property management. He's a good guy. He knows how to run a business, and you should be in business with him if you're looking to be in this area. So, ready to wrap it up?
I'm ready, brother.
You know how this goes, right?
Yeah.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Short sale power hour. Short sale power hour. Crush it.
Crush it.